today. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington football team. Haskins looking to throw on first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
First and 10.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Complete to Stevenson.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
At the 49-yard line.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 52 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Wide receiver.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Given 3 on the screen, he couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Man, they gotta let him play.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
Carry for Baltimore.
4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
2nd and 16. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Jackson looking to throw on third. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Thomas Davis. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
10-yard line.
On first down, it's Haskins. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
At the 6-yard line.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incomplete.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Steven Sims Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ravens nothing.
2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
30-yard line. Brings up third down.
They'll run with McKissick. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 8 yards there. First down, Washington.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. He gets it complete to Latimer.
Haskins pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
At the 16.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. J.D. McKissick, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And it is now 21-0. That time a 6-play drive and a 9-yard run on the end of it. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 6.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 40 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for only a couple. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
It's second and 8 at the 17-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson, he's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
And it's third down.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sidney Jones. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Now, boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve past then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Jackson buying time to his left. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson, forced out to his left. And this is caught at the 8. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Jackson from the shotgun, escaping the pressure, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half, and the Ravens cut into that lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
Used to be surprised about a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 12-yard line.
A carry now for McKissick. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
The ball carrier.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They run with a former Buccaneer. It's Peyton Barber. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Peyton Barber. His first touchdown on the year. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's Peyton Barber that polishes it all off with a touchdown scamper. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
The
tackle made by Chase Young.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down now. It's Ingram. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd.
Here's Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven 1st. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This one caught by Ridley. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3.
The 3rd quarter.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ravens 7.
From the gun, Jackson flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Jackson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
3rd down. 3rd and...
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
4th down, here's Jackson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll look to run with Ingram. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with McKissick. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So a victory here for the Washington football team.